Hi, my name is Lost Ninja. You're watching Lost Ninja Plays, Eskatologist Modpack version 3.4. This is episode 45 of series 2. We have had another major mod added to the pack, and that is Immersive Engineering, which is one of the ones I've been waiting for. In fact, I think of the big mods, the only one I'm waiting for now, bearing in mind I wasn't actually waiting for thermal expansion, the only one I'm waiting for now is EnderIO. To be honest, I have a feeling it's not going to arrive before I move the rest of my mods to a different one, to a different pack, or stop developing this pack or something. But we'll see. Yeah, so actually, I'm quite happy at the moment, in a not happy way. I don't know. Yeah, so I haven't been doing anything between episodes, and I haven't done any uploads or anything. Yesterday was a complete bust for me. I basically was ill all day. Not ill, but you know, not well at the same time. My house, doesn't it look lovely? No? Yeah, I would agree that it doesn't look lovely at all. The first thing I'm going to do today, I'm going to kickstart. I don't really need these farms, do I? Well, my original plan was to use them for resources, but I've got plenty of resources. I've got 9k string and why is that in there, do you think? So yeah, I'm not altogether certain. Why would I get that? Oh, I know why I would get that. It's probably from... There we go. I think actually the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my... I want to put a drive thingy-majig from refined storage. Oh, the other thing we've done between episodes, it's not something I can easily show you. I'll go outside, it'll be a bit easier to sort of talk about it. Basically, I have been into MC Edit, and apart from an area about that size, I've deleted the rest of the map. It's still visible on Journey Map because, ooh, oh, we'll. If it's still there, it might not be now, but if it's still there, we're going there. That is an armor plus tower, and there's normally some neat stuff in there. Yeah, basically, because I've added so many mods recently, I want to make sure that ore generation and stuff isn't all over the place. So I figured it would be a good idea to, you know, go through it and just grab stuff. So actually, no, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up in the Jinkies construct room cable, or finish up the output anyway. So we want export, we want import. Didn't want that one yet. Do want that one. Right, so I think all I want is that remaining 3, but I'm not altogether certain. So we want those ones first. And get them up to facing upwards. I think it's the importer, right? So we grab the they're now connected. That's good. In a way, I'm a bit annoyed that I can't have that there, but it's not something that's going to affect me that much, to be quite honest. Right. So silver, nickel, aluminium, tin, copper, gold, iron. So basically I've got to look at this. I've got lead, cobalt, molten lead, ardite, how many buckets? I thought I would have buckets, but apparently not. Oh, we've got a silver, which I don't need. Nickel I don't need. Right, so we want an ardite and a cobalt. That should be... That's the remains of tin. That's the lead that I've got. All the rest is quite low. That should be coming out as it is. Right, so basically what I do is I put... Oh, you should know what I'm doing here, but anyway, yeah. Lead. Ardite. Yeah, I think it would work. Cobalt. And then in future, once I get it done, there'll be a smeltery here, so that and a casting basin, and a casting basin, and a casting table, and an import probably, and they'll all be switched and stuff. But the idea will be that, you know, if I want to make manilium, I'll get some of the stuff out of that I've, you know, stored as ingots, stick it in this one, and go from there. So let's have another look at Tinker's Construct. I'll probably only need one more of those. Hopefully I'll be able to put some of these away now. Yep. So, have I not had that one already? Or is that a new book? Awaken Online Precipice is... Just in case I hadn't read it, although I have. I think. Oh, right. It's not that at all. Oh, dear. Awaken Online Precipice is like book 1 of the series. No, that's book 2. I've read that one. I wish it wouldn't do that. I wish it actually only tell me when there's a new book in the series, rather than trying to tell me that there's, you know, here's a book you haven't read yet. When I clearly have. And they should know I've read it because I've bought it from them. I'm not lazy. Someone just stole my motivation. I'm evicting here. Wow. Right, anyway, let's, so, yeah, might as well finish off. I'll actually finish off that room completely rather than just, you know, faffing around with it. I'm going to use the fluid ducts for the actual piping rather than faucets and stuff. I think the fluid ducts work really well. I've always liked the fluid ducts. I'm going to need more bricks though, aren't I? Let's think. I need 6 for each of the 3. 3? 3. 2. I don't know. Not entirely certain how I'm going to do it. I'll tell you what we'll get. We'll just order another 32 of them. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm not altogether certain how I'm going to do it because it's going to be a bit different from all the others I've done so far. I'll tell you what I do want to do. I want to make sure that have that in the foreground so I can actually see it running. Well, normally you see the base of it would be here. Yeah. and it would come out. So the actual sort of, if I'm going to cast things, it would be here. But because that's then into the main passageway, and I've got stuff on the other side. Oh, I haven't got stuff on the other side, have I? Because those were going to be those. I haven't got stuff on the other side. Forgotten about that. God, I couldn't. If you remember, I couldn't remember how to. I couldn't work out how to make it work the way I wanted it to work. I'll tell you what we will do while we're down here. We'll get rid of that one. No use for that any longer. But anyway, we're actually going to embed it slightly in this wall. Is the plan. While we're doing that, we'll put these back in. Well, better than nothing, isn't it? Yeah, I've got to work out how to do that, but I'm not there yet. Right, so basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that's my back wall of the the actual smeltery. Definitely a certain amount of lag every time I place a block or break a block, isn't there? I hope we can fix that, because that's not pleasant at all. I can live with it, no question, but it's not not enjoyable. That's the 3, isn't it? Right. Let's grab the axe. What I know I've got in here somewhere. Right. I'm gonna have the, unlike the, oh no, yeah, just like those ones. In fact, don't. Pardon me. So, I've got 33 of those, so I want at least 2 of those. Okay, I also want to put in 1 of those. Get some, oh, I can use Tinker's glass, I suppose. Yeah, 1 of those. Now let's think. If we put it there, am I going to be able to get things to it? So we'll just go down here and grab all of my stuff I've dropped. Yeah. So I'm going to need one of these blue cables to be able to get to access to it somewhere. What I might do, not certain why I link that there, I might link it that way instead. At which point I think I'll reroute this cable, whatever, so it's coming out of here, join it up to this one. It seems stupid to have 2 wires going that way when I only really need 1 going that way. Oh no, not that one. We'll do that while I'm at it. Yeah, that's probably the most sensible way of doing it. Right, and that's easy enough then. I'll just stand on that stand on that cable. So In fact, let's just do this. I know I've just broken that, but we're just going to break it again. Well, if you look at this, yeah, this gets to that end and then goes back down, but it's come back up. It's come up to get up there. So it makes sense to sort of, you know, get rid of the high point of the cable. Anyway, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll fish out the bag. We'll fish the magnet out of the bag. And in theory, all these things I'm dropping will leap into my hand. And then this blue cable, or some of this blue cable, from somewhere can go the other way as well. Right, so what we want then is, let's work this out. Oh, something else has happened at Curse Forge. Oh, there's probably been a terrorist attack on it or something. No, that is in poor taste, really, isn't it? Right, so we'll also get rid of that one and that one. That rationalises it a little bit, anyway. And then this bit can just go all together because we don't need that bit now. And that bit can go because it's in the wrong place. Okay. Yeah, I like that a bit more. It just looks a bit more comfortable, don't you think? Maybe it's just me. Right. So, axe back. I think... The thing is, I'm not going to be inputting much into this automatically, so I'll probably want a hopper or a pipe from, you know, not a fluid duct, but that sort of thing. Now I'm just going to place those down again so I can put stuff on them. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to put that side and that side. And then those can go there. That'll work. That should work. Right, now let's get rid of those again. We're actually going to put one on there and there. I hadn't sort of thought of it before, but it will make the whole thing look a bit neater. And there, but not there. Because if we put them there, they will bung up whatever I end up using to insert items into this particular structure. And we're actually going to change that as well. That is going to go to there instead. Come through here. So it's still a valid structure now, yeah. But one of the things will output to here, and one of the things will output to here. I want to be able to get to the front of there. I need to be able to see that. If I thought it would work, I'd put another one of these in this hole here. It might work, to be fair, but I'm not certain it would pull. But we have got a way around it. So if we go and look at, well, first things first, let's grab Seared brick. I don't think we've got any seared bricks left now. Yeah, so we'll craft, oh, I don't know, 10 more. Shouldn't take too long to go. Now let's have a look at duct, because I think that'll bring them all up. Right, structural duct we can make quite easily. Oh, hang on. Structural duct, what are those? Tin nuggets. I should have tin nuggets. I have a feeling actually that the tin nuggets no longer work. I'm going to have to, once it's finished casting them, I'm going to have to work my way through these. They've all got copper nugget variants, but that one hasn't. Which probably means that that particular version of tin doesn't have a nugget. So what I need to do is go back into here, get rid of all the industrial craft ingots. Well, that's thermal expansion. That's industrial craft, and I really want the other one. Right, how much tin have we got left? 83 buckets worth, which is 83 blocks. No, 83 thingies. So we've got plenty. We've got plenty of tin, shall we say? Yeah, I mean I've got 794 blocks of the stuff, so we're not short of it. Anyway, I think the easiest thing to do would be get a stack and turn it all into nuggets. Well, you can't teach it. I'd like to be able to just click nuggets on there and say, right, well, that's nuggets make those make those. But the thing is, you can't make, and as far as I know, there's no way of forcing them into it. If I'm to say, yeah, you know, tin nuggets make a thermal foundation tin ingot, which is what I want. Yeah, I can't then say, you know, go and get that thing and, you know, hold Control Alt and Delete and Shift or something, and right click on there to force it into it, which would be in my opinion anyway, would be a very useful feature. Right, anyway, so let's get some of those. Now, if we do seared brick now, we should have some spare seared bricks. So we make one of those, another one of those. I don't think this will work, yeah, but if you combine those two together, nothing works. Right, does that work? No. Combine with the block to create covers, so I can't create covers from those blocks anyway. That's not good. Can I do it with that one? Yeah, I can do it with that one, so it's just, obviously it's these that you can't do it with. I don't know, I've never actually used the covers from... Hell, I only installed it yesterday, so hardly surprising. It looks like it'll only go round a pipe anyway, so... do we have a pipe in here? We don't have a pipe. Where's that pipe? We've made one pipe, haven't we? Oh, that looks good. That does look good. Works anyway, isn't it? I can even break them off fairly easily. Okay, that's fine. A nuisance, but fine. I think the best thing to do then would be to just stick that in there and see if it works. It might work, it might not. Right, let's get some green pipe. Sorry, they call it cable, don't they? To be honest, I might replace the whole XNet system with thermal expansion, but I don't think so. Now, where is my closest? Comes along there. And I want it about that height, don't I? So probably the easiest way of doing it would be to go backwards. Yeah, that's a seared tank. That needs to be a connector, you're right. I can fix that, that's not an issue. I'd forgotten I needed a connector, that's all. That's what this game needs. It needs stilts. Yeah, something I could just, stick in my boot slot, and which would, lift me up like 2 blocks. So I could just walk around at 2 blocks high, sort of thing. That would be so cool. So appropriate and useful. Right, there should be blue facade there. So if we go that way, I think it's probably the easiest way of doing it. Yeah. The thing is, I don't really want to damage the gap. Not damage the gap. Put anything in the gap between the various different layers. So they've got this gap, not room, layers of rooms. I've got this gap here. I want that to be open, largely. To be honest, it would be quite, if I could be bothered, putting a floor in of elevator blocks. Yeah, so I can work here, and I just want to go down. I just hop down. That'd be really cool. Okay, let's get some facade. Basalt bricks, that's what we want. Those alabaster bricks, we'll get those as well. And we can stack them all up. See, it's there now. Okay, I think I'm going to put my... I do want one in here, but I think it's going to have to be in the middle of one of these rather than around the edges. I don't know. We'll see. For now, I can just keep going back out to here. Not an issue. Particularly. Oh, I still want that. I want to do... there we go. Facade. I want 2 more there. Or 3 more there. I've only got 2 left. Oh well. Oh wow, for the transmission vamp. Motivation for the spacing generation. Sorry. That's part of Trash City by Transmission Vamp, which is, well, I think they were quite a good 80s pop group. Certainly the single album I have of them, I really enjoy. Yeah, I haven't got any more than a single album. Tell you what, I'm just going to look at something on the internet. Ooh, porn. No, wait. Best manga game of 2017. I'm not looking at that now. Because I don't... not really into manga, to be fair. Right, what I'm actually going to look for, once I get past all the things that I have as my thing, I want to look it up. Refined storage, and what did I want to look at? I wanted to look at, well, we'll try it under facade, see if there's anything for facade. Chisel and bit covers. Ooh, that is very interesting to know. If I use chisel and bits, which I've never used, to be fair. I'm not a massive fan of chisel, to be fair. Some of the chisel stuff's really nice, but It looks like you can do it with I'm not going to do it. It looks like there is a solution that would. Yeah, it looks like it's possible to fix what I want to do, but it doesn't look like it's. Chisel and bits covers. Right, we haven't got chisel and bits installed. Because up until now I've always thought it's rather the sort of mod you would want if you're really into making things look beautiful. Which, to be fair, I'm not. Right, let's put some of this stuff away in my bags. Some of this stuff in my bags away. Right, in fact, let's put all of this. Oh, bugger, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's put them all away. Put them all away. Right, I'm going to get Tink. What I want is one of those. One of those. This one's going to be a bit difficult because I'm going to use the system as it is. Well, I'll show you in a moment. I do actually want another drain as well. I hadn't thought of that. I do want another drain. Basically, if I use the system as the way I want to do it, I want to store liquid glass, which I can then. So I make it in the smeltery, store liquid glass, which would come out of this drain, go into the system, my liquid storage, and then when I actually want to cast clear glass, I just cast it through the casting basin, which is part of the system I'm building. So we look at duct. I need another fluid duct. In fact, I think I need 2 fluid ducts. I haven't made any fluid ducts yet, I don't think. Super laminar fluid duct. Limitless transfer rate, I think that's a bit more than I want. Fluid duct. Hardened fluid duct. Alright, so probably really just want to use a hardened fluid duct, which are hardened silver glass. I should have some of that glass. That's good. So a hardened fluid duct. This is this is the way I'm thinking I will do it. Or leave that out for now, so that's not an important one. Right, so I'm going to have an output there, and that will take a single fluid duct on a lever, obviously. So I'll leave it there, and that will be for for making tools and stuff. So if I want to make a manilium hammer, for sake of argument, I can sort out my manilium there. Well, the other thing I'll do is get some lava into it. Wish these things sorted by what they were. There we go. So we can cast stuff in there. Right, so or clay to make casts or something. Yeah, and then this one will go here. But it's going to have 2. Right, it doesn't work the way I wanted it to, which is a bugger. Actually, it's a major bugger. I think what I'm going to have to do is move that one there to here, and then have it running sideways. I need to be able to see that, obviously. And that's going to be on the same level as that, although I suppose I could have it around the corner or something. No, I know what I'm going to do. Let's take that out. I'm going to move that one. Yeah, it's got to be on the same floor as everything else. But we can put it there, can't we? Oh, that's another good point. Good point, well made. So we're going to need to move all of that. That's fine. I can live with that. It's complicated. Right, that's the connector on. Let's grab more cable. Well, yeah, I was at the point of thinking, well, I don't need any more of that cable. I'm fixed. Yeah. It turns out I do need more of that cable. Right, I'll have to do that up later on. That's good in there. I should have some more of those. Right. I still don't want anything in front of that. I'm just trying to think how I would best I think what I'm going to do is swap these two round, like I said, because I think I can separate them up. I think if I put two cables down, I can break the gap between the two. Yeah. Right. So that one will. That's going to be a problem then, isn't it? Well, I could put that to there, so I've got then, you know, my casting basin there, which is what I want. But then that's going to be in front of that. I suppose it doesn't matter, because I can still see that, can't I? But it would be better the way I did before. I'll get there one day. Honest Gov. Ah, dear. Right. Yeah, this is a good point, actually. I need to do that as well, because obviously I'm going to have an import below them. Well, I'm not certain if this will work the way I want it to, but basically, if we get an import bus, or no, an export bus, sorry, 2 import buses and an export bus, 2 import and an export. Oh, sorry, tell a lie, 3 import. 1 to pick up fluid underneath it. I suppose actually, if we instead of doing it underneath it, we could just do it up here somewhere, couldn't we? Because the way these things work, they don't technically have a flow. So if I put that there, that could be my so that's an import. Yeah, import there, and that will be set to liquid glass once I get to the point of being able to set anything to liquid glass. And it will only import liquid glass, it won't do anything else, I don't think. I suppose storing manilium might be useful. I'll tell you what we'll do then, we will move it further. No, we'll move it further still. Just sort of, oh my god, I can't do anything right. Yeah, that'll work. The thing is, I won't be able to put a lever on that to turn it off. I want to be able to put a lever on that to turn that off. I want to put a lever on that to turn that off. Yeah, it's getting a bit damn complicated. Right, I'm hoping that I can use this directly on one of these tubes. But it doesn't look like I can. Bugger. Right, so let's make a tank. Should have some more options now anyway. Multi-tank, no. Ooh. I thought... oh no, let's have a look at buffer. We can make a buffer item. No, I thought we could make a fluid. Let's have a look at a liquid. RF tools, industrial craft, phantom liquid face. That's not what I want. I could have sworn there was a liquid buffer type thing. The thing is, I don't know where it was or what it looked like or anything, so I've never used it. Fluid collector, fluid placer, that's not going to be any good. Basically, what I want to be able to do is pipe stuff into one side of the block with the refined storage. Oh, I wonder if liquid interface would do it, wouldn't it? Interface, fluid interface. So I'd want an interface which is, oh god, right. I was doing that. Right, so we want one of those, and one of those. Start. Yeah. So that's my interface. My fluid interface. So then I need a bucket and some redstone. Try that again. Oh, right, click my button when I put my hand back on my mouse. Right, and some redstone. Got a fair old amount of interface. Redstone, right. And then we'll put that into there. And well, we'll go and get it back out of here. I very seldom use them, to be honest. Not altogether certain. Right, so we've got the interface. So if we put the interface there, I suppose. That connects. Right, so then I would need in. And a lever there to control that. A lever there to control... Yeah, that's fine. Let's go and grab some levers. In fact, what we'll do is we'll even make a recipe for some levers. Where's my stone? There's my stone. Oh, let me do that. I'm going to need probably 4 levers. So we'll just get a unit of them. Right, so I want one there for that one. I want one there for that one. And I want one there for that one. Yeah. So that only works without. No, with. And I haven't got the other things on those yet, so that's not an issue. Ah, dear, cable. Where's that going? Huh. Just got a random bit of do it that this one. Okay, so now we want a bucket. Oh, we haven't made any, so that's not going to really help us. But it does mean that we can put a cable coming out of the back of the top of that, even going to that one, which also needs a lever on it. God. Right, so this is a fluid import, and it will import any fluid, and it will only work without a redstone signal. No, with a redstone signal. This is essentially will be a glass once I've got one, and it will only work with a fluid. Sorry, it will only work with a redstone signal. We want a couple of servos, which we're also going to add to the. Well, we're actually going to add all of the servos to the. So I don't think we need the actual items, do we? Oh, we might do. I can't remember. I mean, these aren't actual items; they're just thingies of the items. So it's still just normal glass, but the signal is going to be hard to get hold of. Oh right, that's actually going to be an easier recipe to do, isn't it? Oh well, whatever, we'll do that one for now. And you get 2 out of that rather than 1. Servo. We'll just make the basic one. Oh, we've got a reinforced one, so we'll actually get another reinforced one. In fact, we'll get 2 more reinforced ones, which is fine, because that makes 2, doesn't it? I need 1 for there. I need 1 for there. And I need 1 for there. Yep, so that's the 3. So that one only works with a redstone signal. That's what it is. But it will work on any fluid. Yeah, that one only works on redstone signal. Work with any fluid. That one will only work. No, that one works all the time. That's it. 'Cause that one's not. If it's in there and that's functional, it will output. Yeah. Okay, so let's get some sand then, I suppose. I'm also going to need to go, and because we haven't got much sand. 4, 5, 6. Right. Oh, we need an item conduit. Sorry, an item duct. Let me easily look it under item. Item. And we'll go with the. Don't really need the speed, do I? Let's have a look. We should have some of the ones we made before. And then some more of those servos we had before. Just one of those. Right, put that away. Pop that away. That can go away. Those 2 can go away. That can go away. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that. We want one of those. And we want a chest. And we'll get one of those. Not so much because we actually want one of those, but because it's a better looking thing than the alternative. Right, so that goes there, and that goes there. And then we get rid of that one. Put that one in there instead. Set it to that. And then put all that sand in there. Okay, that will then cook it up, in theory. Now, let's see. That one is fluid, so that one needs to be on. The reason I want that is because it means that I can import into my the storage system, or I can actually, hang on, has that actually done it yet? No. I'm going to make a new fluid block. I'm going to actually import into the storage thing, but the glass fluid block is going to sit there. Right. Let's have a look at my fluid storage. We're still going. That's good. Right, so let's do fluid. Still can't see my bloody screen. There we go. Fluid. We're on 51 minutes, so we'll get this finished. Oh, no. Try typing into the right box. We'll have another one of those, please. Thank you very much. Start. Now, there's something that I wish you could set in a recipe somehow. I wish you could set it so that you only use... So, for sake of argument, I'm crafting a fluid storage blocks. Yeah, and every chip in that requires a bucket. Now, I've got 10 buckets in my storage. What I'd like to do is set the recipe up so that it will always craft the extra buckets. It won't use the buckets you've already got. Now, I do need a bucket, actually. I don't know if this will work the way I want it to, but if it does, it will be very useful. Start. Basically, I want the bucket yeah, I want the way it to work. I think if we put a bucket in there, that's not going to work. Okay. Oh, because I've got no export on it, have I? Just sort that out. Not only a rush in it up there. Let's get those. There is a rush in that, yes. Let's get the import bus. Well, I was going to take it over to there, but I might as well just do it like that, mightn't I? On the wings of a dove. That is Wings of the Dove by Madness. Right. How am I going to get a bucket out of that? I think I only want a single bucket. I know how I'm going to do it. That's off now. That's fine. I can get 4 buckets worth into a tank. Oh. No, not at Seared, is it? It's at Tink. I don't have a spare one, but we can get 8 of those quite easily. Not a whole bucket, Wolf. I probably should have done it in that block space, because then I could replace it with the tank to get what's left in there. Don't think there is anything left in there, but pop that back in. Doesn't look like there's anything left in there, does it? Right, so what I need to do then is... don't think that'll pick anything up. I want the whitelist glass. Right, and now I can... ah, no, I need to go downstairs. Ah, I don't know I can. Oh, no, yeah, they blacklist. Right, and those are whitelisted. Yeah. Right, that should work. Okay, so we just do that on there. Put that into there. Ah. Ooh, I don't know how to do that then. Well, because it's fluid interface, I assumed it would pick it up as a fluid there, which it's not doing. Let's try, rather than placing it in there, let's try doing it the other way. No, it's doing it like that. That is not good. Ah, maybe. Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing wrong. I need to put it on out, because it's coming out of the system, not into the system. There, that's what I wanted. No, that is completely what I wanted. It means I can store it in the system. This is not perfect fluid because it's not perfect ducting because it has its own volume, and I can't see what that volume is. If we look at therm, I think there's an item for checking stuff. There we go, multimeter. I want electrum gear, redstone conduction, copper, and lead. I might be able to make that directly. Let's have a look. Right, did well there then, didn't we? One of those. Right. Have we got any electrum? We've got enough to do that. Right. Oh, we need the recipe for that one. Yep. Current level 6000, start tracking, max fluid throughput 80. That's not really the sort of thing I wanted, to be honest. So 6000, does that mean it's got 6 buckets worth in it? So basically I would have like 6, or does it mean 2 for each? And it's, well, that's easy enough. If we do that one, it doesn't tell me how much it's got. Attached to 1. 1. Yeah, I think it's for the total ducting, and it's two buckets each. It doesn't matter so much at the moment because I'm not actually doing anything with it. But eventually, it's going to be a case of, well, I want to know, you know, precisely what's going on in it. I'm not certain where I'm going to put that chest thing, but the rest of them can go along here. Oh no, not that chest thing. That chest thing's just going to sit there, I think. I can never which way around all these go, to be honest. I'm just wondering where down there. A little mouse with clogs on. Where down there? Right there, down there. Oh yeah. Right, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I want a new crafting grid. So what we need to do is make grid. Oh, do we not have a recipe for the grid? Wow. Refined. I would have thought we'd have done a grid recipe, but whatever. Whatever. Fairly certain I've got all of the relevant parts. Crafting monitor, no. Crafting grid. That one, I think. Grid. How are we doing there? Might as well go into that one then. Right, let's try that then. Start. The other thing would be nice would be if you had hidden recipes. Yeah, you can put filters on, so I could say, right, filter everything but the grid. But it's not. Oh, here's the thing. Yeah, a crafting grid is that. So what we'll do, we will go and edit that. I know what the recipe says, but the recipe is wrong in this case. No, that one though, we want to take that out of there. Okay. No, not there, is it? It's shift right click. Okay, so we'll. Oh, no, not that one. That one. So we've got crafting grid and a crafting table. And then we'll put that recipe back in. Come on. Grid. Start. That should now come through quite quickly. With a bit of that. There we go. One crafting grid. And we've got some cable as well, which is good. Right, so I'm going to do the floor in here, but I think I'll do that off camera. Largely because that's not going to be as good as I thought it would. Because we haven't got that chisel and bits in yet. I'd have to put it on the floor there. That's not too bad though, is it really? I prefer it. Well, the thing is, I was going to place that down. Yes, I've got a crafting bench. But ultimately, what I need is access to the grid as well. So it'd be, sorry, what I need ultimately is not that. There we go. I'm going to put chisel and bits in probably at the end of this episode, and I've nearly finished this episode, so it's going to be soon. Right, the actual crafting bench is going to be there. I'm not going to use that at all. Part builder, stencil table. The stencil table wants to be something like that, maybe? Yeah, I think that's going to work. And then that one there, and then that one there. That's got access to all the stencils then. As has that. I don't think we can put that in there. We can put singles in, but we can't put multiples. We'll put the multiples into... Oh no. Multiples go into that one, of course, don't they? And that can go back into storage. So basically everything there now can go into the storage. That's got molten glass in it, but I think we can craft that out. Nope. Oh, I don't know. Let's just shove it into the I don't know. Why I'll do that. No. It's worth a try though, isn't it? Right, I'm going to call that episode completed, I think. We've done quite... I still haven't picked up that molten glass. Not good. We have achieved quite a lot. We have finished off the Tinker's Construct room to a point where I'm actually quite happy with it. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. I can now ore double pretty much every... Pretty much? Never mind, pretty much. I can ore double every single ore that I can harvest, get hold of, whatever. And I can make glass or other liquids. That's going to be full. I might want to upgrade my fluid storage blocks in the future, but it's not urgent yet. I might put a sign on here so I remember what these various levers do, but to be fair, it's fairly self-explanatory. And yeah, that's about it really. I do want to put in, at some point in the future, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to change all of these stone bricks for white stuff, the absinthe I keep wanting to call it, alabaster blocks, and put a door in there and, you know, stuff. I can't do anything with that at the moment, so we'll just put it in there for now. The next episode, I think I'm going to have to start looking towards either doing my mob spawner, which I'm going to build over here somewhere, or going for a farming. If I do the mob spawner, I will use it to mob spawn things like cows and sheep as well. Probably just cows, to be fair, for leather and meat. If I go with a farming system, I will have to protect them from mobs, because mobs are designed to... the rough mobs will automatically attack and try and kill passive mobs, including sheep and cows and pigs and stuff. Although, to be fair, I don't want pigs, I do want cows. I like cows. I do want to find out which mob has decided that I need to have multiple colours to my pets, but we can live without that for now. But that's all going to happen in the next episode, which is not going to happen immediately. So I will be back in a short while, I think. Till that point, cheerio.